Very
I,
good.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Today just isn't a good day for me.
What's wrong?
I mean, I woke up and the Roe v. Wade news just, it really messed me up today. I've been really jacked up all day today.
Yeah, I definitely was depressed about it. I have a few friends and well, I will get more into this later on the show, but what they just did to women with no exceptions is just it's ridiculous. Yeah, there'll be some states that you'll be able to go and travel, but it leaves poor women in the doghouse, and I think that's by design. You got to go to another state. It's unbelievable that we regulated the uterus before the guns.
It's just weird because for me, it brought back, I've driven many of people to abortion clinic. I have loaned many of people money to get an abortion. I have hid many abortion secrets among close family members. And I just couldn't help but think about the trajectory of some of those people's lives today if some of those options weren't available. And some of those people now are currently lawyers and doctors and teachers and a whole bunch of other things. It's just been a very sad, solemn day for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I want to start crying this early in the show, but yeah, I totally am on the same page with you when it comes to this. It's unbelievable, actually. It's unbelievable. Are y'all drinking tonight?
You know I am, honey. I got a glass full of tequila with a splash of orange juice.
Al, are you drinking?
Yeah, I got a little whiskey here. I have to drink today.
I'm not drinking on the show, but I just left the Ivy with my girls, and I had a few Moscatos there, and the TMZ bus pulled up, and it was a whole big old spectacle, and we had a lot of fun. But yeah, I got a look at me from earlier, so I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be good. All right, well, let's get into these topics. We have a lot to cover tonight. Of course, as Funky mentioned, breaking news today: the Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade, and states can now move forward with banning abortions. Now, shortly after the announcement was made earlier, Donald Trump Jr. went to Twitter to celebrate the court's decision. He tweeted, "Proud of my father for what he has accomplished today. He gave our movement three strong pro-life Supreme Court justices, and despite the Dems and their left-wing media doing everything they could to stop their confirmations, especially with Kavanaugh, he never wavered." Al, what are your thoughts on the story?
I'm here in Washington, D.C. It has been a crazy situation. The cops and roads are cut off on every corner. To me, this is just sad. I'm gonna defer to Funky on this one. Sorry. Just to me, everything about this is wrong. Everything about this is going to affect our community a little bit more than others, I believe. Everything about this is going to overload our foster care system for people that can't keep the kids. I mean, this is just sad. It's just super sad. I'm sorry. I got to pass this one.
What a lot of people are failing to realize about Roe v. Wade is that a lot of this came about because people got sick and tired of stepping over dead bodies in alleys or women showing up in hospitals dead because of back alley abortions. We now live in a world with internet. My biggest fear is that people are going to be posting abortion cocktail recipes on the internet for people to drink and get sick. Whoopi Goldberg said something so profound on The View one day, and she said, if a woman doesn't want to have a baby, she's not going to have that baby. So many thoughts have gone through my mind. A lot of people tend to think that abortions come about because people are just reckless and having sex. And while that is a part of it, I think back to all of my homegirls who needed to have abortions in high school. How now this situation will just leave the onus on all of these young girls because it's mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. The guy gets to walk away scot-free while the girl is stuck with this. It's just, there's so many implications. And then the biggest fear, being a gay Black man, is that it's abortion today, it's gay rights tomorrow, and it's civil rights on Friday. So y'all, we got to be diligent and really pay attention to what the hell's going on.
Clarence Thomas already made it clear that he wants to go after same-sex marriages and contraception and all kinds of things. I'm going to share something with y'all. This story definitely has, it hits me in the gut. When I was 18, I was raped, and I was a beginner. And as an adult, it was actually the day after I graduated high school. I was so excited to leave and go to college, and it just kind of ruined my life, I thought. And about 5 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant, and I wanted that thing out of me. Did not feel like a blessing, like some of these Republicans say, oh, enjoy it. It's a blessing from God. It's not a blessing. It's a reminder. And I remember having to like sell my jewelry, and I had like little stud earrings I had, and try to get the money to get an abortion. I had to walk past protesters showing me pictures of dissected babies to try to make it seem like demonic. But to me, what was demonic was me being held down by a grown-ass man who took something so special to me. And to sit here and see these men pass these legislations, these laws where it's like, we're going to tell you what's best for you. I would not have had the life I have now. And I don't know what kind of life that child would have had. I didn't look at it as a baby. I looked at it as, it was a reminder of that night. And I went by myself. It was a lot of things happened with that. I got sick after. It was horrible, but it saved me from what could have been the alternative. And later on, I found out this guy raped 4 of my other friends that were all keeping it quiet, all ashamed. And this has major repercussions, y'all. I'm sharing this with y'all because I think we should talk about this. I think it's been so taboo, but an abortion shouldn't just be for rape, but that is a major concern. I'm sick of people diminishing, oh, that's just 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 1,000,000 of the case. No, it's very common. Almost all of my friends have been victims of sexual abuse from family members or someone they knew. Mm-hmm. And it's none of your goddamn business if I got pregnant because I was reckless or if someone held me down and took it. So why mess with this option that can save the mother's life? Why do we care so much about, why do we care so little about the mother, the woman? I'm sorry, let me not call them mother. Why do we care so less about the woman that gets something taken away from her? Why do we just treat women like they're just property of the government, of the state? And that's what it's becoming. And it's scary times. It really, really is. And I'm so pissed off, and I'm trying not to cuss, but this is devastating.
You know, and what's even more bothersome is, all right, you're taking abortion off the table, then why are you now planning to come for contraception? Like, I mean, are you taking us back to Oregon Trail days? Like, what in the entire hell is going on here?
What are they getting out of this? I saw someone on Young Turks today, and this woman went off. She said, I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in Christianity, and I have the right, just like you have the right, and I'll fight for your religious freedom and your choices. So why should my body, the rules for me through the government be based on your Christianity that I don't believe in?
I agree. And it's not an attack on anybody's religion. Believe what you want, but you cannot have one religion, regardless of what you feel, govern the whole world. And we got a lot of soulmates, but the Bible says, and I get all of that. But everybody's life cannot be governed by the Bible, your religion. You have the right to have your religion. You have to let people have the other right to have theirs as well.
We have some comments. Cynthia Alexander says, how about thinking about the outcome before you just sleep around? What's wrong with prevention? Lady, stop. Grow up.
And that's the thing. That's the misconception that everybody is just sleeping around. Things happen. Condoms break. Or we're married. We already got 4 damn kids and can't afford a 5th one. You know what I'm saying? Chromosomal issues, incest, rape. There are a lot of circumstances by which people need to have an abortion, and we need to stop this narrative that it's just people being promiscuous, and that's the only reason why they want to have an abortion.
And even if they were, it's their business. Pixie Princess got all these religious folks deciding how we all live in this country that's supposed to be ruled by the people. Kim White says, Claudia, I'm sending you love, hope, and support and prayers. And Keisha McCrae says, a woman should have the right to choose. End of story. It's just so unbalanced. You know, there's no legislation for the male reproductive system. None, not one, not a one. Ladies, you have the power. You're married to these men that make these rules. Are you allowing this in your household? You have daughters. I bet you anything. Let one of these Republicans that were down for this, let their daughter get pregnant by a Black and brown person. We'll see how fast they find an abortion for that girl. It's just disgusting.
You
All
know,
right, move.
it just sucks now. Just one last thing I want to say before we put a button on it. I hate that the onus ultimately falls on women. But at this point, parents out there, you got to get your daughters on the shot, the Mirena, the IUD, the birth control while we can still get it, especially if you are in one of those 24 states where they flat out said they're trigger states that they're banning it completely. I know a lot of parents are not advocates of sex, but your kids are going to sneak and have it anyway. I think you'd rather them not end up pregnant than end up pregnant.
I just don't get how a father who has teenage daughters that was part of this, pushing for this, could say, even in cases of rape or incest. That is a demonic way of thinking. No outs for any of that. The life of the mother in jeopardy, ectopic pregnancies. This is a true war on women. If you don't see it, you're blind. Next, we won't be able to vote, ladies and gentlemen. We won't. If you think it can't happen, I never thought something that's in the Constitution can get taken out. They give them rights and then taking them back. They all got collective hard-ons right now that they got this through. And they got in the black justice and not internal, if you want to even call it. He gunning for the next round already.
Mm-hmm.
The one that needs to be impeached. All right, y'all. Quick commercial break and we'll come back. Y'all got to take this stuff seriously, y'all.
With some happy news. Hopefully we come back with some happy news.